These are clips from 3 different high-speed pursuits in Fond du Lac County this year. In less than 3 months of 2026, there have already been 9 high-speed pursuits, a troubling trend.
It really started to pick up in the mid-20 teens, and then it's really spiked now the last few years with averaging about 40 or more high-speed pursuits a year every year.
So far this year, it's happening nearly once a week, whereas 10 years ago, there were fewer than 10 in the entire year. That number reaching 40 per year starting in 2022. Heck, there were even 2 pursuits since the sheriff made this graph at the end of last week. When I think of a high-speed chase, I typically assume it's happening late at night and on a freeway or at least a highway. But many of these chases are actually happening in the middle of the day and even through neighborhoods like this.
They continued at those high speeds in an attempt to evade the deputy and headed into the village of Campbellsport, past a school, into a 25-mile-per-hour school zone.
That pursuit happened on Monday morning. Now, a pursuit can be any vehicle evading law enforcement, but often drivers exceed 100 miles per hour, many coming from out of town. Fond du Lac sits along I-41 and Highway 151, which connect Wisconsin's 3 biggest cities.
If you drew a triangle between those 3 communities, we're dead center of that triangle. So there is a lot of criminal activity that comes to Fond du Lac or through Fond du Lac, traveling between those cities. So I think that's an element of it.
And these pursuits, playing out in real time on real roads, have real-world consequences.
Typically when I'm on the weekends, if I'm taking customers from time to time, there'll definitely be some activity going on. I was witness to the really bad one earlier this year. There was one where it ended up in a crash downtown.
Last year, 10 pursuits ended in a crash. Pursuits impact Fond du Lac drivers and even can affect daily life.
Especially having a kid, I think it makes us more cognizant of where our kids are and what they're doing.
And unfortunately, the trend is showing no signs of slowing down. In Fond du Lac, David Go, Fox 11 News.